All right. Please. And we are live, man. We are live, man. Reminisce Show, man. 7 p.m. every Tuesdays, man.
Yep.
416 Mindbender. Reminisce, man. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Yo, I'm living, man. Yo, I'm feeling young, gifted, and black is how I'm feeling, man. How
Young, gifted, black, man. Shout out Nina Simone, man. That's what it is, man. Always gotta pay homage, no matter where we are, where we at, man. We African, man, and we know that we use black as a term to unify all the variations of the diaspora. Understand that we have a common struggle, a common ancestry, even though we've been dropped off at different places on the boat.
Yep, for real. They spread us around the world, but it don't matter. We still unified, yo. The fear of a black planet has not gone away since Chuck D said that title.
Yo.
And it was here hundreds of years before he even made that album. So,
and that's the real, and we're just keeping the good fight. You know what I mean? Regardless of the obstacles and barriers that have been placed on our path. Despite all the trauma and just like things, man, we still move forward with resilience, but we also got to keep in mind that we got to give space for healing and for us to grow and evolve. You know what I mean? So. But we just do what we keep doing, man. It's like, as those before us have been doing, man, we're just continuing the legacy. We're here literally because of them. So
that's it, fam. I gotta ask, how are you doing though, man? How are you?
Man, I'm doing good. September's my month. This is Virgo. My birthday's in a couple of days. Matter of fact, our live next week is gonna be on my birthday. So yes. I might bring a little gems, maybe some throwback songs, some unreleased stuff that I haven't really shared or whatever. So let's just have a little vibe,
Yeah, let's do that, man. We need that. I want that in my life, yo.
Yeah, most definitely. And I just think it's cool because like your birthday fell on a Tuesday as well, so we both got to celebrate our birthdays during lives or whatever. But no, I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm in a good place. Still very reflective because that's just like who I am, and also this time of the year just brings that. September is always a time for reflections. The end of summer, fall is coming in. It represents transition. It represents change. It represents one thing ending and another thing beginning. So I'm always just like observing and I look at my life and when my birthday comes, it's like a new year for me, and it's a time where I set my like New Year's resolutions and look at what I've gone through and rooms for improvement, what I need to do, you know what I mean? So, but I feel blessed I'm even in this space and to be supported and to have, clarity, you know what I mean? Like I feel good. And like school's coming up. So as you know, we do work in schools and figuring out like what that looks like moving forward and how to support. And it's just going to be interesting. I don't have much details just yet though, but it's going to be an interesting process. So we'll see how that goes.
No doubt. This year's school is going to be very strange. And peace to your youths, yo. I hope they're safe. I don't know what kind of reduced classes and PPE masks for the kids and the student and like I don't know, man. But like
yeah. Well, my oldest she started school like this week. So they're in Montreal, so they start like a week before Toronto. And they have like reduced classes and the mask and everything going on. But my youngest we're going to be doing like homeschooling, so for the first couple months really kind of play it out to see what it is because he's a little younger and anybody who's been around small kids, man, they're always sneezing on each other and touching each other and it's not, you know what I mean? It's a mess, man. It's gonna be a cesspool, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, adults couldn't keep it down, man. Adults are passing around each other all year. Like, how are children going to? It's not going to happen.
Yeah, so wisdom is saying, let's just like fall back a bit and just see how things roll out. Like, there is an option to kind of revisit things in October and then another time of the year or whatever. But we just kind of roll with it. And, like for me, it's just like an opportunity to like, connect with my kids on a different level, and just to really keep that going on. We do a little activities here and there, but now like being more involved with their schooling and just, the impact of that. So it's going to be an interesting journey, but I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So
you got this, fam. You got this. You definitely are the one to do this, man. Your guidance has been. I just see beautiful, brilliant children every time I look at your kids, man. So I'm just like, I got faith.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like some cultures believe that children choose their parents. You know what I mean? So I also look at it from that perspective. I'm like, hey, man, like, I'm glad they chose me, and I'm able to help deliver whatever gifts and guidance that they need for their journey. You know, so
that's peace, yo.
Peace. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yo, I got, before we get super deep, when you because we got some deep shit to get into today. I'm gonna try not to cry when we send our love to our ancestors. But yo, when you brought up Nina Simone, it triggered something that a conversation that I had 2 days ago, and I just wanted to bring this up in this space. I went on Twitter a couple days ago, and this young black woman said these two things that I was like, what? Yo. So first she goes, yo, I gotta make a confession. Y'all gave Sade a lot more attention than she deserved. And then she follows it up and says, Sade is the original, like, she's a light-skinned woman, so she's really overrated. And her singing wasn't that good. She just whispered a lot. And like, yo, all my parents' generation was just like, they're gassing up Sade. And I was like, what? There certain people do trolling things online, you know, they be, you know, people throw out random opinions like Future is better than Lil Wayne, or like, like, you know, stuff like that. And I'm just like, I need not respond to that troll. But like everybody in my collective that I saw, all of us jumped on, were like, you can't say that. No, fuck that. Children these it was just so many people were like, how can you say that about Sade? You cannot say that about Sade. There are certain people that it's just sacred. And to me, I was like, okay, anybody ever say a bad word about Stevie Wonder, I'm coming out my face. I'll come out of my like.
You can't.
I was like, yo, I will not have that. Not on my watch. And then Sade is another, and then Nina Simone is another. I was like, yo, you just never a word, a bad sentence, a bad thought. Like, no, these people are saints. So I was just thinking, like, I don't know, if you had like certain people that you hold like sacred forever, and like anytime that anybody ever cussed them out, you just want to defend them. Like, no. I mean, it might be the same people for you, but
like Nina Simone comes to mind. Whitney Houston comes to mind.
Whitney Houston.
You know, I'm trying to think like who else. Tupac. You know, like, don't bring the Tupac and Biggie arguments to me, because, you know, like there's certain people I'm just like, I'm on it.
Like, Frederick, every single, sorry, it's backwards. Every single, my brain is like, Tupac is in every single time I go up.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Yeah. Yes. I like, if it was maybe like a straight up a young white kid, I'd be like, yo, man, your household just wasn't even proper anyways. Like, there was no love in the household. I don't even know how you were born. But I was like, none of us black people were conceived to Sade music. Like, yo, our parents would, our parents could not allow that. So I was just like, it was just a moment online, you know. I was so happy because when this girl wrote it, literally not a single person came in and agreed, was like, yeah, she was overrated. You're right. Every single person was like, delete this. You're wrong. Girl, check yourself. Yo, was there any love in your household? Like, yo, man, it was just unanimous. We can't be dissing Sade. So yeah, there are certain sacred things we all must defend moving forward. And rant. I'm done.
I agree. Hey, no, that's what it is. Especially, you know, people are, you know, artists who contribute to the culture, and just like so much. There's so much more than just artists. You know what I mean? Like they have the activism and what they stand for, and their morals and their values and things of that nature. So it's definitely a lot to consider. Yeah, man. But that's peace, man. But like, speaking of artists, though, man, you were mentioning about like the Brandy and and Monica. I don't know if you want to get into that or someone else you want to get into first.
Yeah. No, I mean, the last drop I just had to add is I didn't even know this till this year, but did you know that Sade has a transgender child? I didn't.
You know something? I did know that. Yeah, like I think maybe 2 years ago or something like that. Like I remember reading about it. Yeah.
I was just like, yo, Sade is amazing, but like, why Sade supports their trans daughter, and I was like, yo, that's peace. But speaking of just amazing singers, Brandy and Monica happened last night, and it was really dope for the culture. It was really dope. It was the biggest versus battle of all time. They had 1.1 million people the entire 3 hours.
Wow. Okay.
They were just killing it, and
that you're telling me, you know, I didn't get to watch like the whole thing, but I did see a clip that I'm going to show, which was an acapella, you know, and Brandy, I guess, wanted to have a segment within the versus battle to pay homage, you know, to some of the struggle that's happening in the Black community, and she wanted to sing "A Change Gonna Come." Mm-hmm. Now, in this, you know what? We can give like a little summary, and I want to play like certain parts of it just to see how they handle this tension, you know. You know, it was really interesting to see, right? Because in the beginning, we asked Monica to kind of, you know, support the song. They can sing it together on some like Black Power, Black movement, you know, unison vibe. And Monica was just not having it. She did not participate in that at all. And then towards the end, she had some words, you know, for Brandy. But I'll play a bit of that. Let me just but maybe before we get into this, and you may have more knowledge than me, but like, what is the actual like beef or tension between Monica and Brandy? Like, I know this stems from previously. Maybe you can give like a little insight on that.
Yo, a homie sent me the link, and he said that Dallas Austin was there when they were about to perform "The Boy Is Mine" for the first time ever, and apparently it's Brandy's song technically, but Dallas was like, we need a guest on this. This song isn't done until we get a guest for it. So they had like thought around for a couple people, and then they were like, yo, let's get Monica. Monica is like same age, same everything, like just as a kind of parallel artist at that time. So, but apparently Monica wasn't like, Monica did it because it was a smart business move, but she wasn't friends with Brandy. She didn't live Brandy's life. She wasn't like Brandy. Brandy is, you know, like kind of a, you know, like really kind of chill Black woman. And Monica ain't no chill Black woman. Monica is a kind of a G. So right before they actually performed this song for the first time, there was enough beef where apparently Monica punched Brandy in the face right before they performed this song for the first time.
Oh, shit.
So there's a video clip of them. They're performing it on like the American Music Awards. And the whole time they're on opposite sides of the stage, and their energy is just not cool. It's just tense, and they're just singing it, and then it's just wild. So they never were really friends. They did this song, and it's just kind of like they had beef.
Basically, what you're talking about, this is like a 20-year-old plus beef thing. What you're talking about.
Yo, the fact that this battle this versus went down was historic. That's why 1.1 million people watched. This was apparently the first time they've been in the same room since they scrapped. Like the first time in either 8 or 10 years. And
wow.
You know, right. Monica was not cool.
Let's get it. So I'm not going to play the full song. I'm just going to play the intro and then let the commentary afterwards. You know what I mean? So no disrespect to Change Won't Come. You already know, but just in the interest of time. Let's see this here.
Boat, do you mind if I do a little bit of
Oh, I don't know what's happening. No.
Breathing. What up, Maria? Maria's a day one.
Come on.
Come on, StreamYard. Why are you messing with us? StreamYard got beef with us.
I know I got that premium and Wi-Fi now. I don't know what's happening right now, man.
Yo, it's mashing. Yo, come on. Mess it with us. People, what up? Did you see Brandy and Monica, Maria? I hope so. It's kind of tight. Yo, you nailed the word when you said it, man. Tension. You could cut the tension with a butter knife. You could cut it with your hand. It was so thick. All I know is Monica is a gangster. Like G'd up. Ah. Yo, is it messing with us? This is not popping.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can I tell you a secret? Please. I tell you a secret. Yes. I love singing background more than I do music. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yo, is it not working? I got it here on my phone.
The first song that I put out, it was all female. It was a whole female. Literally. So everything for me is kind of driven off of whatever.
Yo, Logik? Ah! My boy's gone. Well, what up, Maria? What up, everybody who's watching? We're just gonna wait till Logik pops back in here and keep it going. But this Mondi and Branica, Brandy and Monica. I can't believe I said Mondi. Monica and Brandy battle. Yeah.
Okay, are we back, man? What's going on here? Come on, internet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, man. We're gonna try to get back on this. I don't know why it's giving me grief.
It keeps cutting.
Oh man, we really want to show that Monica video as well with Brandy and just their way of communicating. I don't know why I cannot add Bender back to this. Really strange.
You want me to re-come in?
Jeez. I don't even know if this is working.
Yo, I got the fan on here. But all right.
Okay.
All
Man,
right.
I don't know what is happening right now, man. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh man, I don't know what's happening today. Yeah. Okay, no, I can hear you, man, but it's just for some reason the videos are not playing right now, and that's unfortunate, man, because I had some pretty cool stuff to show. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like this whole internet thing is just killing the vibe. I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, brother?
Well, we'll just briefly talk about it. We back. As you said, it was just tension. But like, what did you see from the clip? Like from what you saw?
Yeah. So basically, the clip was. Yeah. So you know, like the clip was basically, you know, like Brandy trying to make a connection with Monica. Monica was essentially not having it, keeping her distance. You know, towards the end of the song, Brandy kind of politely was just like, "Hey, man, you're supposed to join in," because she mentioned that in the beginning of the song. What was interesting is she goes, before she sang the song, she was like, "You know, you can join in. Like, I don't know if you know this song or whatever, but you can join in if you like." Of course, we know that song. Like everybody knows that song. So I don't know if that like kind of set it off a little. It's like, I don't know if you know this song, but if you do, you can join in. And so when she started singing that song, Monica was like, "Oh, please. Like I was raised in the church. Like I'm the daughter of a pastor. Like this is my domain. You know what I mean?"
No.
And I think that was like her that. And she kind of just like left it at that. But then tension kind of escalated between like, you know, them and just knowing that, hey man, this is business, and you know, we don't want to go into other shark infested waters. Essentially, you know, Brandy even went as far as to say that she even has like a book of things not to do. You know what I mean? She's like, I got my book right here. And then the way she was talking to Monica was like, I'm doing this for us. You know what I mean? I'm resisting things that I may want to do that may jeopardize certain things or whatever. And she's like, I'm doing this for us. This is me being on my best behavior for us. You know, even though I really want to, but it was almost like this, like it was polite, but still very like you can feel the tension. I was like, wow, man, this is crazy. And I was thinking to myself, if this was two guys going at it like in that capacity, like two artists that have issues, I mean, I'm pretty sure a scrap would have popped off, man. Like I'm pretty sure, like all those subliminals. Yo, the Latin don't play with subliminals, man. Don't play with subliminals.
The shade. There's so much shade. Like constantly watching the whole night. I was just like, did she just say that? Did she what? And like at a certain like there was I wrote in the beginning, it was a mix of love and disrespect, and it just kept blurring all over each other. They'd be like, yo, I love that song you did. But then, like, that little part, like, there would just be a little side comment that's like a tiny little jab, and they were doing it back and forth. And then, like 3/4 way through, Monica was just done. She was just like, I ain't even, like, there's no more thinly veiled. I'm just, like, Brandy is like, yo, you know, we're here, and we're like, you know, we're together, we're doing this together. We're like a group. And then Monica's immediate next words are, we are not a group. It's just like, no. And then Brandy was like, well, you know, when that song comes on, then we're gonna be, you know, like when The Boy Is Mine comes on, then we're gonna be together. And then Monica's like, we gonna see. And like when The Boy Is Mine comes on, I have never seen a pop star, like somebody who had a humongous song, one of the biggest songs of the year. Monica was singing like she didn't know the words. Like, it's just like, say that again?
Yeah. No, she was just so removed.
She was so removed. She's like, yo, like what Brandy introduced the song. Brandy's like, Brandy had a little story to tell before the song, and then kind of just like leaves a little bit of space, and Monica's just like, start the song. And she didn't even say so. That she's just like, I'm not going to tell a little story. I'm not going to sing along. I'm not doing shit. Monica was just like, we're work buddies. We're not like we're here at work and we're just working together right now. I Monica was such a G, and I didn't even agree with everything she did, but I respected it. She was just like, I'm not fucking fake smiling. I'm not.
Yeah, like
I'm not singing with you. You're like,
no, like.
Fuck it.
And you kind of, yeah, like, you know, you have to respect that. And I think that, you know, like she held her ground in her position. And, you know, like I don't think she was like overly disrespectful, but like, you know, that she definitely had some feelings and just ways of you know, of being. And, you know, at the end of the day, it was good to see them in the same space, you know, two amazing, you know, like, you know, Black women who, you know, impacted culture. And, you know, so it was cool though. But yeah, like you said, like a lot of people tuned in. You know, people are checking it out. Like, you know, there's a nice catalog, so it brings back a lot of memories. You know, those '90s, '90 vibe. You know.
Oh, it was amazing!
Yeah,
it was amazing trip down memory lane musically, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were tuned in because of the kind of the dramatic nature of it, the juicy beef that, and they've had beef since 1998, and like. So like that's why they broke the Instagram internet, and it was cool. It was cool. Yeah, they kept it civil enough to make it through the event, but like you said, if it was some dudes, with all those subliminals, there would have been someone getting slapped or punched or something much more rude. But yeah, it was a nice moment in history.
It was really was, man.
Oh, yeah. But there was another.
Yeah, man. Well, I was about to segue into that, man. So I mean, you can take the lead on that, yo. You know, we got.
I think first, man, can we just do this?
Forever, Wakanda, man. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. Like, I don't know if anybody, if they've been actually sleeping under a rock for the past few days. If we're the first to break it to you, it's tragic, but Chadwick Boseman dying. I mean, the thing is, I just turned 43 this summer, man. So, like, him dying at 43, there's no words, man. It's just incredibly heartbreaking. And the fact that he had it for the last 4 years and did all those world legendary movies quietly, knowing he had colon cancer, is unbelievable.
Yeah. You know, like for sure, and you know him. It really shows how much he was like invested in his purpose and passions, and there's so many like other like stories that intersect with him that are really fascinating. You know, I mean, not just the cultural impact that he's made, you know, through his films and just that we can like, you know, carry on, but you know, hearing about like his connection to Denzel Washington, you know, and how like Denzel likes, I guess, like help finances, you know, schooling or whatnot. I don't know the full story. I know that there's some like support in that capacity, and again, you know, just like amazing, you know, Black men do incredible things, like supporting one another and just, you know, pushing things forward however we can, you know, and it's a really, you know, unfortunate circumstance, and it's also a reminder of just the value of life and knowing that we're here for a certain period of time, and that it's really important for us to connect with our purpose, you know, and like why are we here? Like what are our gifts and our talents and to ensure that we're utilizing them, you know, because again, we have a certain period of time where we have, and you know, hopefully like when our time has come that we can say that we've utilized our talents and our gifts just like he has, you know, so big up the brother, you know, left a legacy, you know, inspired millions of Black youth, Black children, you know what I mean, with that confidence. I remember when Black Panther came out, and just the energy and the confidence of the crowd, you know, like the pride was just incredible. It was powerful, and it just shows like the impact of pop culture, you know what I mean, and when it's used in a proactive way,
and when it's used to the most, when it's used to the peak of its capacity, it's the perfect version of edutainment, like KRS-One's pretty much best album title, where it's education plus entertainment at the same time. And there's just so many stories about there's many little stories about how Chadwick Boseman officially was like, it was him that chose. He's like, I heard that he said they chose Sosa. I'm trying to the African language with the clicks in it, the Osa, right. And they said they chose that language because Chadwick wanted T'Challa to speak an African language from a people that were not colonized, and that he was like, I'm a black superhero, and there were other black superheroes in the Marvel thing. But he's like, I'm a black superhero from Africa, and I want to have an accent because I don't want to be an Americanized black superhero. And he made that conscious choice, and there was so many wonderful things that happened in Black Panther. I read of another thing where when they were doing in the ceremony, when they're doing that arm thing in the ceremony, it was Chadwick Boseman who had said, he goes, black people, they should be dancing in Wakanda, or they should be moving their bodies when there is the transition of power, because if they're just standing there with weapons, that makes them no different than the Romans. And I was like, this man is just like breaking down things, being like, which is why that movie was so much more than the sum of its parts. It's just like, that movie is just beyond what it is. It touched people on deeper levels than anyone's ever seen, because no one's ever seen that much blackness in a movie. Like not only just on screen, but behind the camera and in the writing and every level and layer. And the
honestly, like we haven't. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Chadwick Boseman was the core of it. He really was the perfect person to do it. He embodied it. He was a living, breathing T'Challa. Like obviously off camera and on camera, he was that guy. He was as much as, and even more than Chris Evans being a really good Captain America, but like he was really Black Panther. So yeah, it just blessings.
Man. No, it's powerful, man. I love that, man. And I was going to ask you, like, I know there's been talks of like a Black Panther 2, and what's that going to look like moving forward? I know I've seen some memes online and different possibilities, like Warmonger becoming, good, and then becoming, the new Black Panther, and then the sister, I keep forgetting her name,
Shuri,
to also become,
Shuri, Shuri might, in the comics. I'm sorry, go on. Are you done?
Like just hearing those perspectives, I'm like, okay, this would be an interesting way of continuing the legacy, as opposed to like, casting again and just trying to like fill those shoes, or yeah.
Absolutely, man. It's hard to say. I mean, there's been multiple James Bonds, even like in the superhero realm. Like I'm huge on superheroes. There's obviously been like 5 or 6, maybe 7 people who have played Batman. There's been 3 people who have played the Incredible Hulk. So like, right. And on a certain level, like with superheroes, you can't just pass the mantle on. You can pass the mask over. But Black Panther is a really special one. And just like passing it on to, any black human being, like it just won't feel the same. And like, I mean, like on one level in the comics, they did pass it on to Shuri. So, and there was also rumors they were going to pass it on to her anyways, even if Chadwick didn't die. They're like, hey, in Black Panther 3. So there was rumors of that anyways, but like, he would have been here and made a choice and been part of the transition. So it's heartbreaking. Some people say that they should not do it. There's no Black Panther 2. They just shouldn't do it at all. Some people think that they should pass it on to another person. It's hard to say. I'm curious to see what Ryan Coogler would like to do, to be honest. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah,
man.
well, I guess
it's hard.
It is. A lot of emotions and things going on. And yeah, man. So, we just want to send prayers and blessings to his family and, loved ones and people who've been close to him, who got to work with him, who had the honor of being in his presence, because he was a really extraordinary being, just the way, like his interviews and just how he connected with people. And even visiting like like patients who were going through cancer and things of the nature. Just who he was, So I definitely feel for those who are closest to him, and his legacy lives on. He left an impact that we all can like build off of. So we just got to keep the faith going and keep putting out these positive images of blackness, of African diasporic culture, and really just changing that narrative, like taking our rightful place, like sitting in our throne. You feel me? So
absolutely, and you nailed it. And as Black Panther actually said in the movies, in our culture, he was talking about Wakanda and in Africa, but he said when his dad dies in the movie, he says, T'Challa says, death isn't really the end. It's just like a stepping off point. It's a transitional period. And they go to the astral spirit realm with Bast, and he sees his father. So it's really wonderful to be like, like T'Challa Chadwick actually just kind of entered the spirit realm, and he's an ancestor now. One of the dopest sayings, there's so many ways to reflect on it, but one of the dopest sayings people were saying is like, you know what? Nobody gets to live forever, and nobody should want to live forever. The point of this life should be to create something that does live forever, and to leave behind something that lives forever. And if Chadwick did nothing else, he left behind something that will live and inspire us forever. Like, it's going to be wonderful. I'm with you there, Maria. I don't think he should be replaced either. And like, him doing it, making 5, 6, 7 movies with cancer, making one more movie coming out with the Denzel produced with Viola Davis. Viola Davis is playing Ma Rainey, so that's going to be big to see. And shout out to Spike Lee. Shout out to Spike Lee for making the Five Bloods. We got to check that war movie with Chadwick.
Okay, man. I'm gonna put that on my list, man. I got my pen right now. Yes. That's incredible. Sorry?
It just came out a couple months ago. Yeah, I missed it. Yeah. It's called The Five Bloods.
Proper. Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, about like the legacy piece, you know what I mean? Like, that life is, this kind of transitionary space and whatnot, and the importance of leaving like a legacy, you know what I mean? And I think that's like the whole purpose of, Stolen from Africa and the things that you're doing, which I'm sure we'll get into on another day, you know what I mean? But it's really about leaving that imprint. And also it gives a foundation for other, people behind us, like on the come up to build off of, you know what I mean? Because it's important for us to see examples and to have stepping stones that we can build off of, So that's really what it is, like contributing to something that's greater than ourselves and that, most importantly, contributes to others, So that's what's up.
You nailed it, brother. You nailed it. Stolen from Africa is one of the most phenomenal thoughts or sayings. I say that Wu-Tang Clan is the greatest idea in hip hop history, but like Stolen from Africa is one of the greatest just sayings, just philosophical ideas I've ever heard. It's just an eternal truth that is like, it's just, it answers slavery, and it's like the response to colonialism, which is the 500-year problem that every single black person on this planet has had to deal with. So it's like, you were all stolen from Africa. Right. So like, we got to steal our own self-worth back. We got to steal our value back. We got to steal Africa back.
And I think it's also like a great metaphor too, right? Because, as the saying goes, like freedom isn't given, like you have to take it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like this, like goes back forth, you know what I mean? Like everything that we're looking for, like to learn about our history, that's not going to be given to us. We have to take it back. Like that's how it's always been. Keep pushing these spaces. Keep talking about anti-black racism. Keep pushing it. And then if we didn't, we wouldn't be in the spaces that we are right now. You know what I mean? So it's like everything has to be taken. It can't. We tried the song and dance. We tried to compromise, and but now it's we have to take what was rightfully ours. And that is our birthright. So
yes, it is our birthright. Yo, I love it. Yo, shout out my homegirl Maria. We are not stealing it back. We're just reclaiming our own birthright, as you say, reclaiming our own possession that was taken from us illegally and heartbreakingly and tragically and horrifically. So
wow, man.
yeah, yo,
Man.
get in the bag, yeah.
Drum roll, please.
Oh shit, man. Yo, it's not even summer anymore.
What you got? Right. Well, it's technically still summer till September 21st. So, you know, like people think like September, when September hits, like summer is done. It's like, no, the majority of September is technically in the summer. So it's still a summer, you know what I mean?
That is true. That is true.
What you got?
Oh shit. I wasn't here, but this is a piece of history. Camouflage, Citizen Kane, Ill Vibe, Tragic.
Oh,
that's Scott Jackson there.
Okay. Big up Scott Jackson. That's the homie right there. We got Genghis Khan. Big up Genghis Khan, aka Camo.
Camo.
You know what I mean? We got what's his name? Got Louis. What's his name? The
Louis Rankin.
From Louis Rankin. R.I.P. Man. Yo, he was living in Ontario.
Yo, straight up, man. Man was a huge Raptors fan.
Yo, he was out here though. Like he was like out here. You know what I mean? Like in Ontario, and just like collaborating with all kinds of local artists. You know what I mean? Like he definitely loved Canada, yo.
Yo, he did, man. He loved Canada hard, yo. And Fire and Ice for. I didn't make it to this one, but yo, big up to all the people who did it, put this show on. Oh, it's a Raw Dog Entertainment, yo. I know that guy. That's Jadon, I think. Jadon, funny dude.
Right.
But yeah, man, yo, rap promoters. Yeah, man.
Rap promoter.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought of rap promoters. I just thought of that Tribe Called Quest song. Oh my god, it was so good. It was on
that might be
Low End Theory.
Rap promoters, eh? Oh man.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, man. Well, yo, that's peace, man. We had some hiccups today. With a session, I'm gonna make sure like next week we're on point because I'm gonna bring in some gems. You know, next week's my birthday, so I think I'm gonna play some. I might even play some old videos. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what's up. But
yeah.
A lot. Yeah, man.
Yo, it's gonna be hype, man. Please pull out something special for your birthday.
No doubt, man. Yeah, I'll do that, man. Exclusive, man, on the Reminisce Show, man, and it'll be kind of dope to discuss some of the things, you know, because since I met you, you know, I mean, which goes back to like I don't know, like let's say 2004 or 5 or somewhere around them ways. I don't know. You know, there's been a lot has happened. You know, a lot of growth and you know, just in the scene or whatever. So it's yeah, man, there's definitely a lot to discuss, and I'm definitely happy to like where I'm at in life right now. So it's been one hell of a journey, man, and yeah, man, we're gonna reminisce, man. That's what we do, man. Reminisce, man, connecting to the past, present, and future traditions of saying code from ancient African ways, man. No matter how far we are, man, like the river still connects to the ocean. Never forget that. You know what I mean? So no matter where we are, man, a little stream, a little creek, like yo, we still connected to the ocean, man, still connected to the larger picture. We are still connected to Africa. So on that note, man, we signing off, man. Reminisce Show. See y'all next Tuesday, 7 p.m., man, September 8th. Virgo season, man. Yeah.
Virgo season. Get ready to celebrate the big brother Logik. Yo, mad love for Maria holding us down every week in the comment section. Have a good week, sister. And Mindbender loves you all. Next week, it's Logik time. Yo, reminisce all the time. Love you forever.
Logik time. Jeez. Oh, are we getting off here?
Are we done?
Almost. Hold on.
Jaguar right.